Today's video is going to be a what I eat in a day, because I am asked quite a few times on my videos, I think mainly to do with my weight loss, and people are interested, you are interested in what I eat in a day, so here it is. So basically I have just been to Parkrun. Before Parkrun I had some of these dates, let me grab them because I've got them out to show you. They are the best dates I've ever eaten. They are these ones. They're from Sainsbury's. They're called Zamley dates. They're tiny, like this. But basically I had maybe 5 of them before, because they're really tiny. But the trick with them is put them in the freezer. They are like Cream of Werther's Originals. They're like that. But, oh my God, they're so good. So yeah, I had 5 or 6 of them. Then I had a little cup of tea, which is the Earl Grey, like, what's it called? God, this is a very boring start of a video. Anyway, it's like a naturally decaffeinated Earl Grey tea with some oat milk and a spoonful of sugar. And I've just got back, so I'm just going to show you now what I'm having for my breakfast. This is generally what I'll have for my breakfast 6 days a week. Some days I'll just have like maybe a pack or 2 packs or a pack and a half maybe of dates, of those dates. But the rest of the week I will have this. Just put a tiny bit of cinnamon on there. And then I would put sugar on. I don't measure anything, I just kind of just go with like how I feel on the day. So generally with oats, I'll just put like a handful and then like a sprinkle of a little bit extra. And then, as you saw, I only use water to actually make the oats, and then I just put a tiny little bit of that like on the top afterwards. So obviously repping the vegan top when I do Parkrun. And I would say as well that breakfast is always like I definitely have that in the morning. Obviously that makes sense, obviously of course you have breakfast in the morning, but what I mean is like with dinner and my tea, or lunch and dinner, wherever you're from, I just kind of, I don't have them at set times. You know, like normally people will have like their dinner at like midday and then their tea at 5, whereas I don't. I just tend to eat when I'm hungry. So sometimes I might eat my dinner at like 11 o'clock if I'm at work. Or sometimes I might wait until 2 o'clock. It's really dependent on, I think it just depends on the amount of exercise that I've been doing. Because sometimes I'm not that hungry, or sometimes I'm absolutely ravenous. So I just tend to eat when I'm hungry, which I guess most people do, but equally I think a lot of people don't do that. I think they have a set meal time and they just have that food at that time regardless. I'm not saying you should do that, but that is just generally what I do. I don't always have set meal times. Just making like a very, very quick, God, I have to put this in before, I can't find a spoon. That's just carrot powder, 3 bananas that needed eating, some water. So I'm just gonna have this, and then I've got some potatoes in the oven, and then I'll have my lunch / dinner, again whatever you call it, in about 40 minutes. And the last time I spoke to you, I've been on the phone to Virgin for like literally 2 hours sorting out internet stuff. And so while I was on the phone, I just literally had 3 sweet potatoes because I was just ready for just throttling someone. So irritated. 2 hours! Anyway, so I've made my tea and I'm just going to show you now. It's quite dark actually. So I've got lettuce, that's just basically chopped up sweet potato on the right, beans, rice and quinoa, red quinoa, a load of just veggies, just so what is there? Peppers, mushrooms, what else did I put in? An onion, sriracha on top, some tomatoes. I haven't weighed all this out. I wouldn't ever normally weigh it, but I have weighed it all so you can see at the end of the day how many calories I've eaten, all that kind of stuff. Oh God, it's getting steamy, so I'm gonna go and eat it. Greetings, I've just come back from a walk, as you can probably tell from my pink nose, but I went to Aldi to get some hike bars because they are probably my favourite bar to have on the bike. And yeah, so I ate one of those walking back, and then we went into Tesco and they had reduced vegan sushi, and I couldn't resist because sushi is one of my favorite things to eat. And so I had one of those as well, and I'm probably going to eat this one as well. So this is Cronometer. I'll leave a link to it if you're interested and want to input your own foods to see what your nutrient breakdown is like. But yeah, this is mine. I've input as accurately as I possibly can. It's never going to be 100%. But yeah, this is the foods that I've eaten today. And yeah, as you can see, my calories are 3,080. Macronutrient breakdown are 84% carbs, 7% fat, and 9% protein. And very briefly, while we're on the subject of protein, as most vegans get asked in their vegan lifetime, where do you get your protein? So I just wanted to kind of show you on the nutrient breakdown and all this. Protein, just from eating fruits and vegetables and grains in a day. I've not had anything that's fortified. Like, I've hit practically all the protein targets that you are expected to hit on a daily basis. So you can hit all these protein targets on a vegan diet. So if you are thinking about going vegan, then there is no worry over protein at all. So yeah, that's minerals, fats, vitamins, and then just generic ones. So yeah, I've hit 90% of the targets. As you can see from there, I've hit a lot of the, again, targets. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. I just want to mention very briefly though that I don't actually count calories anymore. I used to, but for me, I don't think, for the majority of people, I don't think it's a good thing to do unless you are just coming to a plant-based lifestyle and you need to make sure that you're eating enough. I don't think it is a positive thing. I think it gets you really like trapped into this thing of like how much you are allowed to eat, and rather than just actually listening to your appetite. So my appetite can vary day to day depending on what exercise I've done that day or that week. And so yeah, I might eat 2,500 calories tomorrow. I might eat 3,200 the day after. It just depends on how much exercise I've been doing. So yes, I'll do another video on that if you want to, because I have lost like over 30 kilos eating this amount of food, and this amount of calories generally, I would say. So yeah, if you want more videos on that, if you've got any questions about it, then leave them in the comments, and I might do a separate Q&A video on like food and weight loss. And if you like the what I eat in a day videos, then let me know as well. I can make more if you want to. So that is it for this video, and I'll see you next video. My mind went blank then. I'm like, I think I'm ready for bed. So I'm going to go, I want to get to sleep, and I will see you in the next video. All right, night.